Hi everyone, and welcome back to the S&P Saga, your weekly recap of the S&P 500 index. We'll reveal the winners and losers that drove 41% of the index performance and which companies will announce earnings next week. As usual, don't forget to subscribe to understand how individual stocks impact the S&P 500. Let's jump right into this week's review. The S&P 500 closed the week at 5,870.62 cents, down 2.1% from last week and losing $1.3 trillion of market cap. The PE ratio, based on current price and latest earnings, stands at 30, down 0.66 points since last week. Let's go to your gainers. Disney is up $29.1 billion or 16.2% on better than expected earnings results. JP Morgan up $23.2 billion or 3.5% due to optimism about potential deregulation and favorable economic policies following Donald Trump's re-election. Palantir is up $16.8 billion or 12.6% after announcing its transfer from the New York Stock Exchange to Nasdaq, which is expected to enhance its eligibility to the Nasdaq 100 index. Berkshire Hathaway up $14.8 billion or 1.5% on no specific news. Wells Fargo is up $14.4 billion or 6.1% due to investor optimism following Donald Trump's presidential election victory, anticipating favorable economic policies for major banks. Netflix is up $12.4 billion or 3.6% due to the strong performance of its ad-supported subscription tier, which now boasts 70 million global monthly active users. Charles Schwab up $12.3 billion or 9.1% following the company's report of a significant increase in client cash balances, indicating a recovery from previous cash sorting challenges. Bank of America is up $12.3 billion as well, or 3.5%, due to investor optimism about potential deregulation and favorable economic policies following Donald Trump's re-election. Chevron is up $8.1 billion, or 2.9%, on no specific news. Morgan Stanley up $7.3 billion, or 3.5%, on no specific news as well. Moving to your losers. Nvidia is down $138.6 billion, or 3.8%, due to investor caution ahead of its upcoming earnings reports and concerns over potential supply constraints of its chips. Meta is down $89 billion, or 6%, as the company was fined 798 million euros by the EU. Broadcom is down $87.8 billion, or 10.2%, as the company changed its strategy with VMware customers. Lilly down $81.5 billion, or 10.3%, as US health policy may be challenged by the Trump administration. Alphabet down $73.1 billion, or 3.3%, on no specific news. Note that the Waymo self-driving taxi service has been expanded to all of Los Angeles. AbbVie is down $61 billion, or 17.3%, after its experimental schizophrenia drug, emraclidine, failed to meet primary endpoints in 2 phase 2 trials, raising concerns about the company's recent $8.7 billion acquisition of Cerevel Therapeutics. Amazon is down $58.6 billion, or 2.7%, on no specific news. Microsoft down $56.1 billion, or 1.8%, on no specific news as well. Apple is down $29.6 billion, or 0.9%, on no specific news. Finally, AMGN down $22.4 billion, or 12.8%, due to concerns over potential bone mineral density loss associated with its experimental obesity drug, Meritide, following early-stage trial data. This week, there were no changes announced to the S&P 500. Q3 2024 earnings season is close to the end as more companies reported earnings, with 8 members releasing earnings last week and 53 companies now left to report. 14 S&P 500 members will release earnings during the week ending November 22nd, 2024, and the most interesting will be Walmart, Lowe, and Medtronic on November 19th, Nvidia, TJX companies, and Palo Alto networks on November 20th, and finally Deere and Intuit on November 21st. Which company do you think will top the list next week and why? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe to our weekly updates. To find out why Nvidia and Tesla were up last week, you should watch this video next.